page.
It's at your Facebook or Nick and I.
It should be both. Both. I can't watch. Can one can one of y'all look at the comments?
25 seconds.
Oh, okay.
From
Yeah,
because
you're
one
on.
from my page, one from I'm on the Nick and Night. Can somebody look from my page?
Yeah, I'm on.
Thank you.
15 seconds. We go live. Going to that camera. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. You are hot.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Nick and Night. I am your host, Miss Nick. Oh Lord, it's been a day. I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown off today. I've been drinking early today because it's been a day. But here we are. It's Thursday, the 27th. And y'all know that means it's Chicago Bears takeover weekend here in Dallas. Woo!
Bear down,
Baby,
baby.
when I tell you I've been waiting on this weekend, woo! Y'all glad? Look, y'all lucky I'm here because I'm supposed to be partying like right now. Like it's a party that started like 15 minutes ago. I'm the Dallas host for the weekend events for the firm, and we supposed to be getting it in right now. But we're gonna get it in as soon as we leave. So if y'all are here, if y'all in Dallas, make sure y'all show up at the Rockwood tonight. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be in rare form. We're gonna have a good time. As you know, some people came in early, and we're gonna get the party started tonight. So, with that being said, I got some Chicagoans in the house with me tonight, and I got a New Yorker with me tonight. So
Yeah,
it's
it's different.
it's different, but it's so familiar.
Right.
It's so familiar. So let me go ahead and, well, before I introduce my guest, let me put my disclaimer out there because, y'all like to give me a hard time and shit about what we be saying on the show. So the views and the opinions of the guests of Nick and Night are not a reflection of Nick and Night or the Nick and Night brand. And we always promote drinking responsibly. We do not promote drinking and driving, so always drink responsibly. Y'all know we having drinks tonight as always. I normally have a whole bunch of shit on this table, but again, it's been a day. And we going to party afterwards, so we get to keep the shit to the bare minimum because we got shit to do when we leave here. All right, so let me go ahead and introduce my guest. We got Paul P.
P.
We got P.
How you doing?
We got y'all done. If you follow the show, you've seen P
Yeah.
on the show before. He's one of my very good friends. I
Absolutely.
love when he come on the show because he keep it real from a male's perspective. So many men be trying to front. Oh, Jesus. But he keeps it real with us, the good, bad, and the ugly. So I appreciate Paul P. P. P.
Yeah.
We have my best friend Toki in the building. Toki is here from Chicago, y'all. She got here this morning. I told y'all Chicago is in the house. And anytime she come to Dallas, she got to come and be on the show and let her presence be felt.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
Right.
Pleasure,
And then
pleasure.
we got Shell, which is another Chicagoan, but Shell live here. This is my road dog right here. Let me tell you something.
Right now.
Me and Shell be, woo,
You making bad life decisions.
and be tired as hell the next day. And then be talking about, you going outside? What are you going? If you go, I'll go.
Like backdraft. You go, I go.
If you go, I'll go. What time you gonna be ready? I'll meet you there. Lord, that's us. That's us. That's us all day long. But you know what? That's what they say. Life is meant to be lived, right? And we out here doing this shit. We done did what we were supposed to do. And now it's about us living life. So that's what we doing. So we're gonna go ahead and get into first of all, I want to tell y'all about this weekend before I get started and before the drinks get to flowing. Y'all see we ain't got no ice. Woo! in these drinks today.
Right.
So if I get
Right.
to talking
Right.
and I take a sip and I be like,
It's the burn.
just
It's the
understand
burn.
this Crown Royal, baby. It's
Yeah.
Crown
It
Royal.
hit different.
It's Crown Royal and this is going down my throat. This weekend, we got 7 events.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
7. It might be more like 8 because we added tonight. So we got the Prelude tonight, which is at Rockwood Nightclub, which is downtown Dallas. It's a free event. You don't have to have a ticket. Just show up and come on and let's party. So we're going to be there till 2, I think. Tomorrow we got the Welcome to Dallas event, which is going to be at Jamie's. Then Saturday, we got 3 events on Saturday.
Okay.
We got brunch. We got the day ham, Welcome to Dallas. And then we got the costume party that's going to be going on at the A-Loft downtown. So both the brunch and the day party is going to be at Vanetti's tomorrow. So, I mean, not tomorrow. Shit.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. It's been a day.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. And then Sunday, we got tailgating, right? Which we're going to get there bright and early in the morning because you know how these, let me tell you, these Texans, baby, they shows up for the tailgating. So we got to get there super early.
Okay.
But if you're not going to tailgate, and with the tailgate is all you can eat and drink.
Wow.
Woo, baby, we finna have some fun. If you're not going to go to the tailgating, you're welcome to join us at the watch party, which is at Jamie's. So hopefully the Bears gonna win like they did last week. They showed out for us last week. I'm praying that they do that this week. And the grand finale. So the grand finale is Kid Capri.
My man.
But then they done added Bulu on this ticket,
Oh,
baby.
wow.
I'm so
Oh,
glad I
wow.
have Monday off.
I got, and I
So
left my
glad.
box of BC powder at the house. I got to go back home tomorrow because I'm staying at the hotel. So I got to go back home tomorrow. I
You might
got to
need
get
to pick
that
that
fucking BC powder because I'm going to need that shit. Like, I'm going to need it after tonight. I got one package with me today.
That's that pure cocaine.
I know, but let me tell you something. That shit worked. I was scared of it at first. I was like, this shit going to be nasty.
Yeah.
This year, when we did the Texas Tourist event, I wasn't feeling good. And I was like, come on now, you got too much shit to do. You can't, ain't no time to be sick. Pop that shit in my mouth. I said, God, this motherfucker work miracles. I'm a fan. But I think it sober you up too. Because I took one night and I wasn't even really like, I hadn't started drinking, but I was, getting prepared.
Yeah.
And then I was sober the whole night. I said, what the fuck is going on? I think it sobers you up. So you have to take it right before you go to bed. Don't take that shit while you out drinking. You're going to be wasting your money. I had a whole bunch of shots. It was sober. I was like, okay, something ain't right. This must be the BC powder. Don't take that shit while you out drinking. All right. Yeah. Fresco, that BC is the real deal. I had to learn. I just learned it, but I'm a fan. I'm a believer of that shit now. And it ain't that nasty, actually. When you just throw that shit down your throat, it ain't that nasty. So
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm technically sound.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm technically challenged. I'm sorry.
All right, so we're going to get into the topic. The topic for today is, can you have love without trust? When I was researching this topic, I've read some things that kind of resonated with me.
I can't see the comments. I'm sorry. I can't see the comments. Okay, so here's my thing.
She tried to help.
I was trying to help you by looking at the comments, but whenever I hit the comments,
Fresco, that's how you got to do it. You got to throw it down your throat. If you
Whoa.
Okay, friend.
put it in your
we
mouth.
talking about the BC.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I was reading the
You
comments.
just jump in like that. Like,
I'm sorry. It's too much crap for today already. Okay. Okay, yeah. So when I was reading about the like trust issues and shit, and it was like the signs of having trust issues, and I was like, damn, I do some of that shit. But I don't feel like I have trust issues. You know, that's why they say counseling is good, because it kind of lets you see yourself. Because I don't feel like I have trust issues, but a lot of that shit I read, I was like,
You got trust issues? I'm just asking.
I got some of the symptoms.
so what were some of the things that the research showed that?
It's hard, not necessarily, well, it said hard to commit.
Okay.
For me, it's not necessarily hard to commit. It's just hard to get me there.
It's just hard to commit.
Then that's hard to
Just hard to
commit.
commit.
What are we talking about?
I commit, but it's hard to get there. But that was another one of the signs,
You have
right?
to put
It
on
was
pre-trial.
You you don't let nobody in. It was like,
Yeah.
but I don't look at that as trust issues. I just look at it as
Yeah, but it's a reason why you don't do it.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it.
That's a
Yeah.
trust issue.
What's
That's
the
a trust
reason
issue.
you're not doing it? So not ask your question because
see, no.
It's
Yeah,
leading
yeah,
into
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
it's
That's
leading into
true.
that.
yeah.
So, like I said, when I looked at the shit, I was like, God damn, do I got trust issues? I don't think I have no trust issues, but apparently I got some of the symptoms. So some of the symptoms, there was another one which I definitely don't have. Like you blame your spouse, you think your spouse is out to get you, shit like that.
That's some deeper
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
though.
We had a
Some esteem.
question
That's some
on
damage
Ask Miss
stuff.
Nick
No, man.
last week.
That's some damage.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. We had a question on Ask Miss Nick last week. And so the question was, she said something about when they have sex, she likes to talk dirty. And the boyfriend accused her of thinking of her ex when she talks dirty to him. I'm like, that's a red fucking flag. Like, where the fuck did you get that from? Like, what? So the
So
trust
he got
issues,
trust issues,
he got trust issues, like for real. And
self-esteem issues.
I don't know if he asked her that shit during
Well,
sex.
I mean, that's just not his thing. But they never talk
But
about.
what
But
it.
why would you?
But
Why
why
would you
does
throw it
it
back
have the
to
ex?
right?
Right.
If she continues to do it after they have the conversation? So I mean, it would be more to it, right? Just on surface level, yeah. This
If a motherfucker
That's some
tell me, so what
paranoid
you be
shit.
thinking
Yeah,
about your ex?
yeah.
That's some
That's
Yeah,
a
it
jump.
is.
That's like
Absolutely.
if
a
the
whole
first time
jump.
it happened, right? Then if that's not your thing, then you'd be like afterwards.
You can't be like, where the fuck that shit come from?
No, I just be like, yo, that ain't really my thing. That's what I'm
Right,
saying. If it's
right.
the first time
Yeah.
that she do that, then yeah, let it be known that ain't my style.
Let it be known.
Right.
That's when you have a
Initially, that's what I'm saying. There's more to it. So
there it is. This is the question.
what was
So,
the rest of it?
I'm engaged to be married as of June
Oh, yeah,
2023. My fiance is an awesome guy and I love him very much. Our dilemma is that I love to talk dirty during sex and he doesn't like it. He says it seems like I am thinking about my ex-boyfriend. This is how I reach an orgasm. So
Here's the thing.
he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it. So why do you continue to do it? So if I told you something I don't like and you continue to do it, you making me think other things.
No,
Damn, about the ex now?
that's
Well-
a big ass jump.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big ass jump. It's
Yeah.
one thing from it being, it's a fetish for her, is not for him.
It's a
But-
conversation,
but-
right?
Right, but you have a conversation about it, but that conversation shouldn't immediately jump to, oh, you think
Your
about your ex. No, just
So
say,
then,
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Or something like that's an insecurity. That's a flag on the play that he immediately jumped to. You
The
thinking
ex.
about the
Well,
ex.
we're saying immediately. I'm adding time to it because she said her fiance.
But even if it's after overtime, so my response would be, why the fuck you keep doing that shit? I keep telling you I don't like that shit, but you keep doing it. Why you keep doing it? Not what they make you think about your ex or something?
But I'm saying we 3 to 6 months in at least if it's my fiance.
Yes.
We done had multiple conversations about this shit. Now, if you
Yes.
keep doing it, who the fuck are you thinking about?
Okay, or
So my
why does
bad,
it
it
have
might-
to be?
I got to, because this is
Why
what
I gotta
men
be
think.
this her
That's what
thinking
I
about?
said,
She could be
that's
thinking
some
about
shit.
you. She could
We've
be like,
had
nigga,
the
I need you to throw my
conversation.
back
I don't
out.
like that shit.
but you know what?
Ooh, they
It's
sexy
probably-
than that
I'm
cattle.
talking, and I'm talking from him. I'm not him.
I
Yeah.
understand that, and I'm not her.
So then my question is why? What is it that makes you not like what I'm saying?
This is what I'm talking about. There's
So
more to
then
that
that's a merge.
conversation.
Right.
There's
That's
more
what
to
I'm
that
saying.
conversation.
So
right?
as opposed
And
to
we don't get
just
everything.
right. So but for that, my question would be, well, why? What is it that makes you feel uncomfortable about what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Why is
then
it a problem?
why is it a problem? And then what makes you think that I'm thinking about my ex?
Right.
I could be thinking about another man.
Because
I'm just
I'm
saying.
saying-
I'm talking dirty to you.
You.
We are the only two
Right.
in this room. I'm talking dirty to you. I'm telling you what I like. I'm telling you, do that. Throw that D. I'm telling you.
But then
and you don't
also-
like that.
Right, not to cut you off, but even from that,
understand.
that could be
I'm
a
not
drive.
saying
That
it
could be a
makes
driver
sense.
for her. That
Right.
And it was
language,
a driver for
right?
let's
So
go
then that,
further.
right?
Let's
so
go further then,
mhm.
right? So if that's because clearly that's something both parties can't agree on.
Okay.
Why the fuck is that your fiance?
Woo! Say it
Well, there
again.
you
Say
go.
it again. I
'Cause
said
that's
that
gonna be
last
a
week.
whole problem.
Yeah.
Continuously.
They're
Yeah.
sexually not compatible.
But
Continuously.
you know, they
Absolutely.
said that, you know, it ain't based off sex.
Well, what is
Like,
it
The
based off
devil
of
is a
then?
lie. Who told you that?
That's what they say. That's
Bullshit.
what they say. That's
I
what
call
they
flag
say.
on the play.
They said
Why niggas cheat?
just
Why
because
bitches
y'all
cheat?
have great sex don't mean y'all should be married. And people that's married apparently don't always have great fucking sex. That's a whole nother topic that I want to
That
explore because
is.
I for the life of me don't understand why they say once you get married the sex life stops.
Yeah.
Like that's retarded to me. Like talking about life happens, nigga. Life was happening before y'all
Right.
got
Me too.
married. What the fuck?
Right.
It
Yep.
didn't stop. Shit did. Why it stop now?
Yeah.
So that's another topic. You know, a lot of maybe divorcees will come on the show because married people they don't be wanting to come. So maybe the people that's been divorced that don't mind
That's the
talking
better
about
perspective to share it from anyway, especially if both
because I
either
don't
one are whole.
understand.
You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
think it
saying?
can be shared from both perspectives because the person that is actually married can also share. Well, this is
Yeah, but
it can be a
married people-
therapy. It can be a therapy session. I don't know.
It could be a
They
therapy.
It can
They
be a
don't
therapy
want their
session.
business in the
But I'm
street.
just saying, well, it can
They
say,
don't want their
well,
business in the
after I
street.
had surgery, blah blah blah, my sex, whatever that
And I
person
can-
may be,
like, I
or
can
maybe after I
understand.
had
Gotta get
the
a cream.
kids, blah blah blah, this started to happen.
Some of
So
that,
we
like
don't do it as
kids,
much.
I can understand.
That's
I can
the only
understand
way
you
I
have
can see
issues. But if y'all grown and ain't no babies at the house,
Woo! Every room.
and y'all was doing it all the time
Every
before,
room.
what
Yeah.
the fuck is the problem now? That's a problem. Listen, okay, trust issues. I do have a little bit of a trust
We
issue
all
about
do, though.
motherfuckers switching up on me. Don't switch up on me after I get married. Cause we gonna have a problem.
Whole
If we weren't doing that shit before we got married, don't start that bullshit now. Don't do that.
Right.
So yes, okay. Apparently, I do have a little bit of a trust
I mean,
issue.
but we all do, right? And I wouldn't even what you just said. I wouldn't even call that a trust issue. It's more of a clear statement.
Yeah.
One, but motherfuckers just don't be you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's you're
And
not
that's a problem.
Yeah.
And that creates the trust issue.
trust
because-
issue. If you've dealt with that before.
So
Right.
and so many people do it now.
Right. Yeah.
I think
So many people do it now.
I think people change when they get married because it's a persona as what marriage should look like. Like I
Yeah.
can't do
Right.
these specific things, or I
Mhm.
can't really be who I was before that. And so now that I'm married, I have to restrict,
Yeah.
put boundaries around this, that, or another. And so then other things start to form.
Yeah.
The trust,
Mhm.
other levels of trust,
Right.
Mhm.
or should I say distrust?
Distrust. I understand what you're saying. I agree with you 100%, and that will be the key
Yeah.
crux to me never being married. Then,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I am what I am. And look, I always say it. I'm an honest hoe, and all my hoes is honest. Like for real. Like I ain't gotta lie about shit. I'm grown. Who gonna check me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, it is what it is. I said what I said, and if I change my mind, I'm grown enough to man up to say, hey, I changed my mind. Yeah, I did say ABC, but now I'm saying
Yeah.
XYZ.
Yeah.
Let's rotate. This
Right,
is why I pivoted.
Right.
I use my words.
Mhm.
So I don't get that switch up. And the only
Yeah.
thing I can think of looking at relationships that I've seen in the past, the one thing that does cause that switch up is a break in trust.
Mhm.
Or a break in communication, because you just said something
Right.
about like
Yes.
I use my words. Right.
Right.
A lot of that happens when people don't use their words,
Right.
or know how to use
Or-
their
yes.
words,
Right.
or know how to bring forth their feelings to say, hey, this is what's going on, this is how I feel and why I feel that way.
Yeah.
Right.
So all of these things is just not about trust, but the things that's underlying to have those
That will
disconnect or trust that
cause-
cause that.
Yes.
Right.
And I will definitely say that I have been in situations where I didn't have a trust issue, but because your ass acting so like, what the fuck is going on? Now I'm looking at you sideways. Now I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck is going on? Because why you not communicating, or why you acting this way? And it may not be nothing, but because you're not using your words, now I'm looking and I'm like, well, something going on. And now it's like, well,
Now
shit.
I'm looking at you.
Right. What's up?
Yeah. So look, they say exactly, sister. When people get married, they start acting phony. I've seen several times where we're gonna come back to this because we're about to go in a break on a quick break, and then we're gonna come back to the marriage and active phony after marriage and how shit come about after you get married. So we'll be right back, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay. Mic's off. Okay. That I was about to make is that I have known several couples that have been together for years, get married, and now all of a sudden the relationship don't work no more. Live together and a couple for years, and then you get married, and now you got to get a divorce. Now y'all breaking up. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, something apparently happens after you make the final commitment. And so my take on it was that people they get to the point and they say, well, we married now. You shouldn't do that no more.
And that
I'm
goes,
your wife now.
but that goes to the back to conversation, communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where were the expectations?
Right.
Whoever
Mhm.
talked about the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I got different expectations of you as my wife.
See, but that's crazy though.
No, it's not crazy.
Why?
It's a conversation.
But why? Why would there be, if you fell in love with this person, then why do I have to change once the I become the wife?
It's not that you have to change. It's just that the conversation has to happen.
Yeah, I think the
You see what I'm
conversation. I
saying?
think the conversation should happen.
I'm just saying
Explain
there's
that.
I
certain
think-
people out there, and I'm sorry.
No,
I'm gonna let you
no,
go.
go.
There's certain people out there that certain things in relationships we don't either really pay attention to or talk about. Certain people were raised certain ways, and if you don't get into that shit,
Mhm.
then when
Okay.
Most
when
definitely.
the marriage happens, they now expect you to be like their
Yes,
mother, or
right.
be like they not.
I know what
I'm
you mean.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah.
traditional
Yeah.
standpoint, they want you
Yeah.
to be like their mother, or you to be like.
Well, you
their
should have
father.
married your damn mom. No,
But I'm just saying,
because I ain't her.
you're not having these
Amen.
conversations. Most people are having these
You
conversations.
Yeah,
definitely have
but
to
no,
have
you're absolutely right. These conversations should be full blown out on the table to see
As
if
we're
let's
dating.
like
Even
have this
before
conversation.
To me, that's
Way
part
way
of the dating
before,
process.
like absolutely, it's part of the dating process. It should be part of that whole conversation. It shouldn't happen one time. It should happen ongoing
Yes.
because
Yes.
somewhere along this dating process, things might have shifted.
Yeah.
Right.
And you may or may not feel the same way that you did
Right.
on date number 3
Right.
that you do on
Right.
month number 5, you
Right.
know, kind of thing or whatever. So those conversations should still be ongoing so that if we do decide to get married, that it doesn't feel like, oh,
Yeah,
now you switched it
yeah,
up on me.
yeah.
Well,
Right.
we've been conversating
That's
about
a
this.
breach of contract.
What?
Damn it.
Annulment.
Yeah, because at any moment you didn't
Annulments.
agree, you could have
What?
said,
Yeah, exactly.
we
Yeah.
might need to
That's
slow down
that's
on
what
this.
scares me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna be honest. I do want to get married, but baby, the way people be acting, because I can't live in a house where I'm not happy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that
shouldn't.
shit just
Right.
ain't gonna
You
work.
should not.
I ain't cut like that. If
You should not.
you know, motherfuckers be like, well, you know, I ain't
Yeah.
cut like that. If I ain't happy, this shit ain't gonna work.
It's not
It
gonna
might work for a month, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna expect
I'ma
this
try.
shit ain't gonna
It-
work. Right. That's all I can say. I'll try. But I'm gonna tell you, see, that's one thing about me. I use my words. I'm gonna tell you.
She
And
used
if
a lot
your
of them.
ass- I use a
Right.
whole lot of words.
We're
And
gonna
then
have
if you don't listen, I'm gonna use a whole lot of loud curse words.
now see,
Is that-
you
listen.
lost me with
They
that,
don't
Nick.
listen.
No,
I done told
Nick,
your
Nick.
ass that we got.
You lost me with that.
You done
Here's the
told
thing.
him, huh?
I done told you.
Here's the thing. I'm a cusser, right?
Yeah.
You and I both agree. We both
Yes.
cuss. However, when we are arguing or when we're having a heated discussion or something, I do not cuss.
You don't curse?
Because the minute you be like, look, motherfucker, I said, or hey, bitch, I said, or goddamn,
yeah.
who the
Turn
fuck
up.
you cussing
Yeah.
at?
Now it's
I'm
gone a
going
different
in,
way.
I'm looking around
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
is
yeah.
there a child in the room? Like,
Yeah.
who you cuss? Because that I cuss as a
See?
term of endearment, or either I'm irritated.
Yeah.
So if we are discussing something and it's serious, you saying, hey, bitch, is not a term of
Well, you
endearment
definitely
when we
better not
argue.
call me no bitch. I don't care what's going
You know,
on, what the fuck we talking about.
whatever the
Call
case
me
may
no
be.
bitch.
Well,
We
whatever
gonna
the
move
case
on.
may be.
Right.
You know, you better not cuss, period.
Use your words wisely.
To me, you don't cuss. And I think a lot of couples and people in general don't know how to argue constructively.
Mhm, mhm.
I was-
First of all, if anybody is yelling, it's not good. Like
No, it's
we're not hearing each other.
No.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yep.
Yeah.
So I am a big believer of let's talk about this shit later. Cause when emotions is running high,
Yep.
this
Yeah.
shit ain't finna go good.
Yeah.
Ain't
It's
nobody
not.
finna, it's a
No,
waste of time.
right.
It really
Nobody's
is. It's
hearing
And
anybody.
then we gonna
Yeah.
say some shit
That
that
we
we
can't-
really
can't
didn't
take
mean,
back,
that we
yeah.
can't take back. And
Yeah.
now, you know what I
See,
mean? So I am
yeah.
a
So
big
that's why I'm
believer.
saying that's where the cussing is, because you
Yeah.
start cussing,
But I'm gonna tell you,
you're gonna be
but see,
apt to
what
say
I
some
was
stuff.
saying is, if you done switched up on me, and I'd have said, hey, hold on, this ain't what the fuck we agreed to. Where this shit come from? You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, this ain't gonna work for me. And you keep doing that shit. Now I don't really give a fuck if we have a communication or understanding. Cause motherfucker, what the fuck? I told you 10 times. Why you keep? So I really give a fuck about an understanding at that point. Cause clearly you didn't understand what I told you 10 times. Now I'm just frustrated. Now I'm just yapping out. So that's why.
You know what? To that point, just I think men only understand women.
When you
Not
cuss.
all men. Not all men. I
Okay.
think that sometimes
that's when they.
that's
they
when
like,
I
"Oh,
get your
shit."
attention, and that's when you understand. Well, you didn't say that.
Mm-mm,
I wrote it
I
in the
did,
letter. I
yeah.
put a memo.
mm-mm.
Didn't say, how many
I said that.
It's-
That ain't what you said.
I put on the
Yes,
letterhead.
it is.
I did. But you did not get that in that subtle way.
Well, here,
Now
no.
that I'm
I
First-
think sometimes you have to look
She
at
expected
when
the
you're
nigga to
delivering
read.
it.
I walked past that shit. What do you mean?
When
You-
you're
No.
you
delivering
put it
it.
on a
Well, let me tell you.
letterhead.
Let me
How
tell
many
you.
times I walked past
I'm
that
just
goddamn
saying. I
table
have.
and don't look at that table.
I have
You know,
tried
I'm
in
just
several
saying.
different ways
I'm just saying.
until this. No, until this extreme point, and then this is the point at which you now listen.
Now, and that is true. It's
To-
unfortunate.
To me,
I mean,
for
sometimes.
me, you have, yeah, it happens that way sometimes.
mean, 'cause
but
I've
for
been
me,
there.
I always try to look at what dynamic am I bringing it to you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wrote it down and I know you walk past it all the time, that's that subliminal. That's sub.
Yeah.
Subliminal.
So
what?
not subliminal. I mean, passive aggressive
No,
shit.
that's you taking.
No,
it.
that's passive aggressive. Like, I'm gonna write it down, put it somewhere for you,
Well,
or something like that.
sometimes-
Oh,
Something like
okay,
that.
okay,
To me,
okay.
I'm like,
I
we
thought you
need
were
to
saying
talk
him walking
about it. I
by.
need,
No, I'm
if
saying
it's the elephant in the room, we finna address this whole right here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
But I think, like, to put it in perspective, my brother and I were in a car. We were having our conversation got heated. He said something that hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
And I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I caught myself and I said, hey, I'm going to tell you this as calmly as
You said
I
it like
can,
that.
just like this, as calmly as I
You
can.
say it like that.
I'm trying to express to you how I feel right now. What you just said right there hurt my feelings,
Yeah.
like super bad. Like, I
Mhm.
really wanted to say, fuck you.
Yeah.
It hurt my feelings. That's number one. I want to acknowledge you hurt my feelings. Number two, you did it because we're both in a stressed state right now. I understand we're in a stressed state because we're dealing with my mom. We're in a stressed state.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it on the chin, but I still going to let you know you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But I acknowledge that it's a stressed state.
Yeah.
And then he started driving fast.
Now,
I said,
was
okay,
this
I'm going to
at
need
the
you.
Same time. This was right
Same
after it
time.
happened?
The
Okay.
minute he said it, I was like, ooh.
See, that's why I say I am a fan of doing it later, because sometimes y'all was still in that stress state, right? So he may not have heard you.
Oh, he
because
heard me.
he's
Yeah.
but when after the tension has calmed, I feel like people are more receptive
Right.
to
See,
listen. and
right. That's what I
hear.
was saying. You have to read the room to see when you're gonna
Right.
say that.
Right,
So we're
right.
in an enclosed car driving. So he
Yeah.
heard it.
Yeah.
So, but there was times before where I've had a conversation with him where I'm just like, you know what? Let me just woosah.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah,
I'll call
yeah.
you back.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
So I get that 100%.
But to Travera's point, it do seem like men don't like once we act a fool and we hooping and hollering and shit and all of like in a rage, then it's like, oh shit, okay, she's really bad. This is really important to her. Let me pay attention.
Yeah, I can't explain that because
I don't go that far.
I think y'all be so nonchalant.
nah,
about
I mean,
this
I
damn
just
thing.
love my peace.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been in those situations before. I'm still gonna look at you like you're crazy for screaming. But I've
It's like,
learned
oh,
to,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Look, how important is that shit for you? For me to do it right now? Because it may be something you want me to do right now.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I need to know.
Okay.
Because what if I'll get to that shit Wednesday. I already got I mapped
in
out in my
your
mind
and
how I'm
probably
gonna
ain't
get it
said
done.
nothing. In your mind, you like, I'm gonna do it Wednesday, but you have not verbally said anything. And
You
she
just
like, you
said,
ain't gonna
hey.
do the shit?
Yeah, but you just said, hey, can you take care of that for me? And I said, I got you. That was the end of it.
Woo, that drive me nuts.
But I don't think it's
'Cause I be
it's
like-
purposeful.
I'm gonna be like, when?
Now, if it's
I'm not that ride or die
if
chick.
it's
I
one-
got
if-
questions. Where
if
we
it's one a
riding? Where we
week
dying? Oh,
and the
second
issue
question.
hasn't been taken care of or whatever, then yeah, I understand you bringing it back up. But if you tell me you need something done, if you don't tell me it's urgent, then I'm gonna fit it into my daily plan of when I have time to do it. But it's gonna get done.
Raising a son, a boy, a male child, even though I got all brothers,
Mm-hmm.
but raising that kid and seeing, because it was just me and him, wasn't no man in the house.
Right.
So the shit that I see him do, he ain't learned this shit from nobody. It's just some shit. This is how y'all built. You know what I mean? So I was just, I just learned like this is a male. Like he ain't picked this shit up. This is just some shit that y'all just do. So it has helped me to understand a little bit more, but I still be like.
But I'm saying, and I think as you mature, it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But in my younger days, yeah, spell that shit out.
My son used to be, Mom, but that's not what you said.
It's not.
And I'd be like, yes, the fuck it is. No, you said. And it's like, okay, well, shit, I meant. Like, what the fuck? But that's not what you said.
Lord, I think it's that, let's say women are from
Venus, men from Mars.
That language kind of thing. So it's what I said and what you interpreted, what you think. You know, and all of that kind of thing. And we could be saying the same exact thing. However, it's interpreted different.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and so communication is very, very, very huge in trust, right?
Yeah. Survival.
But a lot of men don't like to talk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
as less words as possible.
Listen, that's when you gotta start finding out a nigga's background. I don't think y'all do enough work.
Like John said, be direct. We have to be direct.
Yeah.
We don't do enough work as far as getting the background because y'all asses don't talk.
Okay, so I mean, then
so
why
we have to infer.
You don't
and
have
then we
to
tell
infer.
ourselves the wrong shit.
Right.
We'll be like,
so you're in control of the whole shit. Because if he's not talking, then you stop talking.
So let's say this.
I think that's all related to upbringing.
I just said you got to see a nigga's background.
Right.
His family structure.
That has to be.
You need to know this.
Yep.
You definitely.
I agree.
And if it's not that point, at some point in your life, did you learn from someone else or not learn from someone else in order to communicate effectively in a relationship that which you are in?
Right. No, you definitely need to know that background. I am a proponent of that, and I say it all the time. You have to date. You can't just jump in nothing.
No.
Because you fuck around and jump in a Jeffrey Dahmer situation.
Right.
Like this.
Well, come on now.
What was the other dude before around his time that was married and was killing them motherfuckers in the house and burying them under the house and shit? I can't remember. Gacy?
Yeah,
John Wayne Gacy.
He was married. I said, God damn, she had no idea. So you definitely have to date. and get to know that person, because you never know what you might be stepping into. And then we just got through talking about how people switch up on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was told, this was years ago too. Male friend of mine said 90 days. He said the 90-day rule, not the 90-day rule of withholding sex. He said a nigga gonna act right. That's for 90 days. After that, you gonna see his true
91st day,
right?
the curtain comes down.
Don't do that shit for too long.
Shit, I don't even
now
know if
women
it'll
might do
last
it
that long
longer.
now.
Hey,
Yeah.
say it again, P. Say it again.
I
Because I
What-
can't get past
yeah.
like a day or an hour, truly, if we talk
Right.
consistently.
So, but you definitely within 90 days, you gonna start seeing some shit.
Yeah.
And so, with
If
that
the
being
communication is
said,
constant.
if the communication is
If the
constant,
communication
that is
is
very
constant.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And if
you
it's not
talking to this
constant, that's
motherfucker
part of-
once a week.
Look, if
he
it's not
got-
constant, that's part of the problem too.
That's part.
Like,
That's
yeah,
definitely
not-
part
yeah.
of
Well,
the
that's
problem.
that's
you're
part
not
of the first
communicating.
conversation of expectation.
That's definitely
Yeah.
part of the
Right.
problem. So, you know, and John said women assume but don't give a man a chance to communicate based on the last dude not listening to her.
Oh, they still hurt, John.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
If a woman is hurt, if she's scorned, then that's just what she gonna be anyway.
Until she get out of
You know
it.
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So, but a lot of men just don't communicate. Like, and again, I learned from raising a son and having brothers, y'all less work. Now, I'm not saying this is all men. Again, you know, I have to put that disclaimer out there. This is not all men.
Mhm.
However, a lot of men like to use as less words as fucking possible.
Mhm.
And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I okay, it is what it is. I don't like to
Is it though?
use a lot of fucking words. I ain't gonna lie to you. See, this is part of my problem.
Right.
I don't be wanting to do all that fucking talking either. Like, what we talking about? Why is this an issue? Why are we sitting here actually like going round and
But
round
that sounds
and round
like two
about this
different
shit?
conversations.
Yeah.
So it's not that you don't like to do all that, do the talking.
No,
You don't
so
like the repeatedness of whatever conversation it is.
what I
The
have
repetitiveness
learned.
of it.
Yeah, we ain't left y'all. I know y'all can hear us. We ain't left y'all. We still on. But what I have learned is that those who this is gonna sound fucked up.
Okay.
Okay.
And y'all be giving me a hard time, and it's all one of the things women don't know what they want. We want y'all to communicate, but those that overly communicate,
But you should
I don't
find
be
that
talking
out.
about that. Don't be talking about nothing.
You should
some
find
of
that out in the dating
don't even
stage,
be worth
though.
talking about.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
should
you would-
find that
you-
out in the dating stage.
You would know that
And that's
probably in the
why.
beginning because they're gonna.
Yeah.
That's part of
Like,
who
this
they
shit
are.
don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's part of who they are. So you're gonna know that, like in the beginning, like if this person like always.
Right.
conversating,
To me,
like,
that's
talking
part
about-
of being a friend. In dating,
Yes.
you need to be
Be a
friends.
friend.
Just like
Absolutely.
you and I don't talk
Not
all
with
the
the
time, Nick.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But we have that communication. Like you call me, I call you. We
Right,
good. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But we
right.
don't have to talk
All
every
the
single
time.
day, all the time. Now, when you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all together and or if y'all live together, that's a little different dynamic to it because you are going to conversate because you're
And-
seeing each other. But it doesn't always have to be a conversation about bills, a conversation
Yeah.
about an issue. It could be, hey, how's your day? Your
yeah,
friend, how is work
right.
doing?
Yeah.
That's part of talking. And I think when you become friends where you can chop it up with me like you would your homeboy.
No, but when I say overly
It's-
communicate, I mean like everything is a fucking issue.
Mm.
yeah, that's
We
that's
need to
nitpicking.
we need
Yes.
to discuss this.
No,
we need
that's
to
nitpicking.
like everything is
It's
not
not
an
gonna be-
issue.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like I'm like a dude we need to talk.
Yeah. That's
What
my.
do we need to talk
You
about?
say woman. That's my man part.
Yeah.
Talk about
what
what?
do we need to talk about?
Yes.
What's wrong now?
Yeah.
So,
What the
So
fuck?
she out here dating Ralph transvert ass niggas.
Yeah,
That's what it sound like.
sensitivity.
Don't do my
That's what
friend.
it sound like.
He don't do my friend like
I'm
that.
just saying.
It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
one end
Yeah.
or the other. You either get the motherfucker that won't
Trust me.
communicate at all, or you
Those
get the
persons
motherfucker
don't survive.
Oh,
You
I
get
know.
chatty Charlie.
They're
I know.
they're clipped real quick.
Either one or the other. Either they don't communicate or they overly communicate. Everything. So I think even with the overly communicative, we always got to talk. That's a red flag. That your ass, everything is a fucking
problem to you. Yeah.
And because I'm about peace, just like what
Right.
you said. I ain't trying to argue with no motherfucker all the time. I ain't trying to explain every fucking thing. Like, nigga, okay, you mad because I said that on the show? I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I'm motherfucking grown now. You do this shit when we got together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but then that person, right? Then they're wrong for even approaching you in that sense. If they've seen the show and they already have issues with whatever you might say on the show, then they shouldn't even pursue you anyway.
oh, the camera ain't on because I look like
You know what I'm saying?
Say it again.
Yeah, if they got issues
but
with
again, it goes back to like what we were talking about earlier when you said expectations are different after you're my wife. See, sometimes people do this, right? They'll date you and they like, this is cool while we're dating, or this is cool while I'm pursuing you. But if you gonna be my woman, you shouldn't curse so much.
Right.
The fuck? Like, who's still trying to change grown people?
You'd be surprised because sometimes what do they call it? The Madonna complex. That once a man marries you, he wants you like the Mary Madonna, the Mary Magdalene. It's like he wants you to be the prima donna of the relationship. It's like you become Holy Mary instead of.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got a caller. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if hold on, I can't swipe down. Okay. Hello. Call they hung up. We had a caller come in, but they hung up. Go
like it's like the Mother Mary complex. I said Madonna, but it's like you want her to be on this pedestal, like she's holier than thou when she becomes your wife. So you like when you're doing all this freaky nasty stuff when y'all not married, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can't do that because you the mother of my kids. You're my wife now. When to me that you're judging.
No, you gotta give me a different example.
It's judgment. I've had
freaky nasty stuff.
Yes,
she was doing that to me,
and they stop it, or they'll even see a child go through childbirth and see her go through that, and it totally fucks up their perspective of her.
Okay, hold on, we got a call. Caller, thank you for calling. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Man, you know who this is.
I know, but they don't know. And I need you to bring your ass up here to Dallas so you can come back and be on the show. But come on, tell the people who you are. Hey there, Mark. Mark got a book. What's the name of the book? Checkmate?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's part of my, that's part of me.
Congrats, brother.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier thing that people are only wants to get married and all that good stuff. Yeah, but y'all started talking about communication.
Yes.
Men, I'm gonna say men don't communicate. Men prefer to communicate. But why we don't communicate with someone who's never gonna listen?
Woo! No, you didn't.
Jeez.
Shots fired. Boom, boom.
Hey, man, listen.
If they ain't gonna listen, you right. How? Wait a minute. So does listen mean do as I say?
No, listening means that listening means that if I'm telling you something that's bothering you or don't have an issue with,
okay,
the immediate response back to me is like, well, you don't do this, you don't do that. What about blah 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 blah? Then you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just hearing what I'm saying, but you already prepared what you in your mind already know what you're doing. Right. I'm going to tell now that the last time I had a conversation with you about any topic, I just got a bunch of you didn't hear me.
Got you.
I understand how you feel. I can appreciate how you feel. I will take into consideration. I think when I work on some of those issues, like whatever.
Woo! Yeah.
automatically go into defense mode.
Yes.
As a brother, I'm just gonna shut down. You know what? I ain't got time.
That's facts. That's
Mark,
facts.
listen, I agree with him,
That's
right?
facts.
But
That's
that
facts.
shouldn't be something that changed up after the marriage. Yeah, but
because now they feel like they got you.
I want to say, there's gonna be hints of that throughout the relationship. She ain't just jumping in that water brand new.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but because people do switch up after they get married.
What's in you is in you.
That's
it's
true.
gonna leak out.
You're right.
I'm not saying it's gonna be consistent, but it's gonna leak out. So at some point, I'm gonna see you. Shit, unless we got married at first sight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying at some point I'm gonna see that energy, and at that point I'm gonna tell you need to relax.
Yeah.
Are we talking to each other like that? Something.
Yeah. And John is agreeing with y'all, and he said, if it's not what you want to hear, then you don't listen. And I can. So I'm not, again, people. We are not saying this is all inclusive, but there are a lot. These are different situations, and I definitely can see that because I know I have experienced that on the flip side.
So y'all want us men to listen to y'all. We want us to hear. Y'all want us to apply whatever that you told. We want us to apply that. Why don't women apply what men are saying back to them?
Some do, some don't.
Some do. I know that I personally, I am the type of person,
Because you can't speak for all women.
Just like we gotta speak for all men.
You say all women don't apply. I'm putting you on the hot spot now. Boy, I can't wait for you to come back.
You tell me the last time you listened to a man and you just didn't hear him.
Listen, but not hear him.
When was the last time you actually listened and said, you know what?
So hold on. Let's say this. Are we talking?
You're having a really adult conversation. But until then, right now you're not listening because you're already on the defense.
Wait.
You should prove my point right now.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking.
Right. No.
I'm asking you to clarify. Are we talking listen to any man, or are we talking listen in a relationship perspective? Because it's been a long time since I've been in a relationship. So just because I ain't listened to my man, it's been a long time since I had one. Okay.
But are you saying?
But just listen to me.
I listen. Remember, Mark, I got a big brother, a middle brother, a little brother, and my daddy. So that's all. I respect all of them to the 1,000%. So whatever they tell me, I listen. Even, and I'm a Taurus, and I'm stubborn. And my brother, he always like, yo, little stubborn ass. So sometimes I might be like, I want to hear that shit, but I listen. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep it real. Like, I'm stubborn. I don't be wanting to hear that shit sometimes, but I listen.
But see,
is it to the point where he's saying?
Because to me, you just listen. Those are men in your life that you respect.
So, and that's facts, right? And if it's your man, then you should respect him, right?
Well,
I'm sure right about that, because if it's a motherfucker I'm fucking with, I don't respect him. That nigga can't tell me shit.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
So, and that's something that he should be paying attention to, and be gone.
Also, you can listen to a person, but hearing a person to make a change to what the conversation, what the issue is, that's another thing. Because I gotta listen to you just to be in conversation, or kind of thing. But am I really hearing what you're saying to make change?
Right.
Well, what we have going on here.
Right? Yeah. And I think another part of that is it depends on that person, because again, like you said, upbringing, right? Because if they were shunned, or they were like, always put down growing up, now they have this, and it could be a facade of how they look at themselves. And so the last thing that they want to hear is somebody telling them that they're not doing something right. You know what I mean? Fuck you mean I ain't doing this right. You know what I mean? Now this is a defense mechanism, and now I got to shut you down and shut you out because you're telling me about the pieces of me that I don't want to hear. Women don't never want to hear they never do anything right. But
listen to that all the time. We always hear what we're not doing right. We never hear about what we're doing wrong. We never hear about what we're doing right.
Yeah.
They'll never hear what you're doing wrong.
But do we hear about what we're doing right?
All the time. We gotta tell you we're doing right because we want you to know we don't be able to color with you in the next tutorial.
So you be blowing smoke up their ass again.
That part. But I think of it in terms of even in the workplace, when you get feedback, most companies are going to the model when you get feedback, you have to do, 2 positives and a weakness.
Yes.
So when you give your feedback, it's that annual time of year for reviews. Your manager has to start with, hey, you're doing a great job in this, and this area. However, this is the area you can improve.
Right.
And they've already proven that people receive that better than just coming in right from the get-go. Yes, this your weakness. Absolutely. This is what you need to work on.
Right.
So from that standpoint,
yeah,
me being who I am, I'm honest.
Well, why do a man have to tiptoe around the conversation?
No. It's not about tiptoeing.
We got to tiptoe y'all because we want to hurt your feelings. You're glad to hurt a man's feelings.
No, it's not about tiptoeing. It comes back to a place of love and trust and respect and admiration. I'm never gonna say something to my friend and my man being a friend. I'm never gonna come at my homegirl and be like, hey, look, woo.
Right.
If I'm not gonna come at my friend like that, why would I come at my man like that?
Right.
And I think people tend to get away from the friendship part of the relationship. You need to check yourself.
I don't know. I'll say this is another man on the show or in the room. Listen, some of the shit he talking about, I did experience when I was married. I was married for 9 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's ever been married or not, but I know after that, I learned certain shit I'm not gonna deal with. I learned certain shit I brought on myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I looked at myself first, and I'll be the first to say, I went to therapy after that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I compromised so much in that shit.
Yeah.
To where I needed to know me again.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't about her, but shit.
Yeah. Trying to figure you out.
The first thing I try to do, like, fuck, do I really want to?
Yeah.
Man, let me go talk to somebody about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you talk to your boys,
yeah.
Oh man, she got you all fucked up.
They bringing their luggage. That's why therapy is good because everybody bringing their own baggage too.
A lot of motherfuckers don't want to do that shit, and sometimes you got to take time to figure the shit out that you compromised on for whatever reason you compromised.
Yeah.
Right.
And it ended up not working for you because y'all ain't together no more, right?
Yeah.
Figure out why you decided to compromise.
Yeah.
And whether that's something. Yeah, was it? Well, obviously it wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
but is that something you're willing to compromise on again? You know what I'm saying? Because depending on what it is, and that's why I say a lot of times, and it's the reason why I'm single as well, a lot of motherfuckers don't want to have the hard conversations.
They don't.
Oof, that's true.
They don't.
That's so true.
And I'm not about to waste my time on no bullshit. 3-6 months.
Yeah.
No, I pay attention to you.
Yeah.
It's always a level of expectation
Absolutely.
In each phase. It don't gotta be major. Motherfuckers get scared by the word expectation.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of the word.
But that's a life, right? Like even if you're not dating.
Even if you're not,
individual,
like you just said,
should have
you have
expectations.
Exactly.
The moment you walk in,
that's the culture of today. Nobody wants to have an expectation, and they definitely ain't working or sacrificing towards no shit.
No, because everybody gets a trophy now.
Look, man, I expect something, either something serious or it could just be some ass. I expect something. There's always an expectation.
Exactly.
We're not gonna skate around that.
Exactly. Facts.
Just let me know.
Yeah, this culture today. Nobody wants to do any sacrifice. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to meet an expectation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody just wants shit given to them, and I want to do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it.
They want to be into a relation. Like I started talking to this one guy, and it's like he wanted us to act like we were 3 months in when we were 3 days in. Like, come over to my house. We gonna chill. We gonna kick it. Da, 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 da. That's some 3-month shit.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to take me out. I don't know if you Jeffrey Dahmer. Do I really want to be in your house? Do I feel comfortable being in your house? Can I get out that motherfucker if I need to?
And Mark gonna chime in on
I'm just saying.
Because I'm gonna go here.
So, I got questions.
Woo! Okay, so you saw the show a couple of weeks ago when we had Jerry, Will, and Eugene on, and we talked about the dating and men, how men. Okay, I'm gonna summarize this. I don't want to fuck it up. A lot of men don't want to take us out on dates because there's a lot of women apparently that's all they want to do is just go eat, and they don't have any expectations. And then it's a lot of women out here like us. It's like, nigga, I gotta get to know you. No, you're not coming to my house. No, I'm not coming to your house. So what the fuck we finna do?
Yeah,
I just want to see you. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that means. Where you want to see me at?
But I think from the way that I've come up to being courted and dating and all that, that's the fun part.
It should be, but it's not.
That's the fun part.
It should be.
Right?
It used to be.
I mean, you know, the chase of it all. I'm running, you chasing. I mean, it's just the fun part of it all. I'm gonna stop one more block, you know, kind of thing.
And make it fun. Sometimes men get stuck in thinking the chase is always taking you out where I gotta spend a certain amount of money.
No, because eventually,
I'm just saying.
There's no.
Men,
that's how y'all feel.
Some men, and that's where the complaint comes from.
Okay.
Here's my
you
thing.
See what I'm saying? They don't got the budget to sustain that.
But here's the thing.
Well, you shouldn't be doing.
If you are going to ask me, no.
Should not be doing what?
No,
how do you get to know a person?
No.
I'm
saying you don't always got to spend a whole bunch of money.
Okay,
that's the part
that I'm getting right. So let's not put
a
dollar amount.
Let me address that's the part that I'm talking about. You saying you don't have to spend a lot of money on a date. You're correct. You don't, but you have to plan that motherfucker first.
Yeah.
If you say, hey, I want to take you out. I know you like cigars. Let's go to this cigar bar. Cool. You know, when you take me to a cigar bar, you got to buy when you get there. You got to buy a cigar. Buy me a stick. I'm a cheap date. Buy me a stick. You buy me a stick. It was BYOB. We brought our own liquor. Guess what, motherfucker? That's a date. And you spent, what, $10 on a cigar for me.
Let me say this.
That's a date.
See, let me say this, because in your defense, there's another man on the chat. And he said, what is your expectation on a first date? Place or how much you spend. And
I'm not looking at the dollar amount. I'm looking at the date.
Plan it.
So plan the date.
You plan. That's what we're gonna do.
You're right, because it's not really your choice.
It's not. That's right. That's what I'm trying to tell to guys. You're talking about.
I asked you out.
Yes.
You said yes.
Yes.
I come up with what we're going.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So if you take me to Ruth Chris, you know how much a Ruth Chris bill is gonna be.
So, and like when I had the guys on the show a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about the fact of, you know, I guess a lot of women come in and they tell you where to take them.
And see for me, right? So
I'm sick of that.
When we talk about dating and why shit don't last, if you're not gonna let me come in leading, this not gonna work.
See that last not gonna work for me. I want to wear the skirt. I'm gonna need you to plan the damn date. So wherever you say we going, get where we going.
Gonna go.
That's where the fuck we going. Wherever you plan it, that's where we going.
Fellas, do y'all hear that?
Plan the damn date.
Plan the fucking date.
Plan the date.
Don't let her have a say, but don't see, because it run my blood pressure up when these motherfuckers be talking about, I just want to see you.
Yeah, see, see me where?
What does that mean? Then one motherfucker, now this is a couple of years ago, but one motherfucker gonna say, well, you want to come by my homeboy's house?
No.
Hell no. That's a safety issue.
So
we're gonna be on first 48.
And again, maybe where I'm at.
No, we're gonna be on first 48.
And maybe where I'm at mentally, because I'm not gonna say this for everybody, but sometimes, and I've gotten myself to this point. So I watch what I ask you based on what I wouldn't dare want somebody else to ask a woman in my family.
Amen.
Ooh. So
Speak
okay,
on it. Say it again,
I
please.
know. Come on, Pete.
Say it for the people in
I'm
the
just saying,
back. Say it for the people in the
maybe
back.
it's where I'm at in my life. So it's
Ooh,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because those are my women.
Yeah.
Right.
That I'm gonna go
As
for.
it should be. Right.
Absolutely.
So if I don't want somebody to, if I bust a nigga for saying this to her,
right?
Then why would I want to say it to them? Right,
you?
exactly. Exactly.
But men don't think that far, or even
Everybody
they don't
don't
have
think
women
that.
like that in their life.
I
Sometimes if that's something you like that you require, when you don't hear that, why do you continue with that?
I don't. That's why I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying some women.
Yeah. Because they lonely or they settling. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm not.
I had a conversation with my son yesterday, who is 26 years old, and we was talking about some bullshit. And he was like, "Do he got a mama? Do he got a sister?" So my son at 26 is saying, if you don't want nobody talking to your mama like that, you don't want nobody talking to your sister like that,
right?
Then why the fuck would you be talking to another woman like that? And he's 26. Man, when I tell you I was blessed with this boy. I was blessed with this boy because he could have been like me and could have gave me a whole bunch of problems.
Even though it was just you two in the house,
but it comes down to
who did he have around him? He had male influences around him.
He did. He does. Because I got my brothers and shit.
Exactly.
But at the same time, this is just some shit that's just in him as a man.
That was instilled in
respect
him.
I'm saying he
women.
got that from them.
It's respect.
Well,
he got that from.
I don't understand.
He got that from his mama.
Apparently, don't
it's
get
respect.
it.
He got that from.
I agree with that too.
No, I'm telling you because that's my best friend. Okay. So I know her. So I know how. I know how she is behind the scenes. So that's what I'm saying. And no discredit to his papa. No discredit to his uncles and all of that. None at all. What I'm telling you is that he got it from his mama.
Right.
He like.
Okay.
So okay, let me. Mark. Shit, I don't forget you on the phone.
Mark, I thought Mark hung up.
We just going on now. But I do so in the comments, right? So okay, so John said plan a date and say let's have drinks or to a coffee shop and see who turned down. So let me say this, John. If we talking about going, so I don't have a problem. I drink coffee every morning. But I drink coffee every morning. So if you saying let's go to the coffee shop at 5 p.m. and I like to drink Crown Royal,
I
don't want to go to the coffee shop. Yeah. So it don't have shit to do with
it being a coffee shop.
It being a coffee shop. You invited me to a coffee shop. I'm not drinking coffee at this. I don't want no tea. None of. I don't want shit in the fucking Starbucks.
But see, that's the difference between
knowing
a date and a meet.
But true. That's true too.
But I would also say this.
That's the difference.
I would also say this, and I don't like this about myself sometimes because, so I know that I drink, right? I drink. I got a high tolerance, right? So if we going out for drinks, I am conscious of a man's pocket. Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to say you got unlimited funds. Now, if we meet up and we go drink, and you buy me a drink, I'm gonna buy us the next round. I am one that I don't have no problem with because I know I can drink, baby, and I know I want a double shot on the rocks, and I might want 2, 3 of them. I ain't trying to break the bank. I ain't got it. I do what I do, and I can afford what I do, and that's why I do what I do, right? Mm-hmm. But I do want a man to date me. I don't want a man saying, and so sometimes I struggle with that, right? Because if I'm on a date and I'm buying my own drinks. Is this really a date?
No, that's not a date. No.
And then he gets this expectation.
No, it's not.
Why wouldn't it
no,
be
it's
a
not.
date?
Mark, no, it's not. No, it's not, Mark.
So again, we put the monetary.
That is not a date. I could take myself and go and buy all the doubles and you can sit across and now we're going Dutch.
But see, we just talked about it.
That's classified as date.
Yeah, absolutely.
We said earlier that wasn't.
You planning it.
Hold on, because it's not just a man paying for it. Shit, women have taken me on dates.
Yes,
right. It's not a grand thing. Yeah, but I've had women take me on dates. The first time this shit happened, I was fucking. What the fuck you doing?
That's motherfucker wanting to control you.
Not
doing?
necessarily.
No, but this was,
it could be a woman that
this was
wants to
after a few
reciprocate
dates.
for a change.
You can reciprocate after y'all been dating.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
This has happened to me after we went on several dates. Not right off the bat.
Okay.
So after several dates, it's like, hey,
wait. Huh?
Huh?
What? Mark?
Wait, what did he say?
Why do they have to be dating for a woman to reciprocate? Because it's called reciprocate. That means you fucking dated me and now I'm reciprocating.
How does it even happen if you don't date?
One time, I can take you somewhere and spend money one time, but then we can use that word you just said, reciprocate.
Yes.
Exactly. So one.
So are we talking about money or are we talking about dating?
I don't know. I was trying to ride with Mark, but I don't know what he's.
We got so much, and it's almost time to be over with. This is why my shit normally lasts 3 hours, because we be having the whole so much shit to talk about. It's time for Ask Miss Nick. But I just want to say this before because we gotta go. Oh shit. Okay. When it comes to the date, right? Again, and I said this is a part of my problem because I don't have no problem with reciprocating. I prefer to reciprocate. I prefer for a partnership. You got it, I got it. Like I prefer for a relationship where we trying to outdo each other on who can spoil the other one. You know what I mean?
It not be ego driven though.
Without being ego driven. Just doing this shit out of kindness of our heart. I saw some shit I thought you might like. I got this shit. You saw some shit you might, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't have a problem with that. But the problem, what I have encountered, once we start taking the bill, we're expected to take the bill all the motherfucking time. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't have a problem with a partnership. I don't have a problem with, baby, I got it today. But once you start expecting me, see, this role reversal shit is some bullshit.
No. But then y'all want to say, y'all want to lead. If you want to lead, that's leading.
I'm going back to what P said. Let him lead. Because that's how I view men to be.
I just think sometimes I don't know what
if you are trustworthy to lead me, because otherwise, if you are not, you can't lead me no damn well.
Yeah, but there's certain things that
a man structure.
Well, that you're gonna find out along the way.
That he can't reach.
That or just whatever is gonna be disruptive to you.
Yeah,
you're gonna find that out along the way, right? So as you find these things out, what makes you continue to go?
No, it's not going to be a continue to go.
So, but let's not sit here and act like we don't have friends that continue to go.
We do. Yeah.
So we speaking for them. What makes you continue to go?
Yeah. And so to that point, either man or either woman, whatever that is that they're in it for is what makes them to continue to go. Because if that is not for you, personality, date, whatever, you're gonna cut it off.
Yeah,
you're gonna know that.
What are we doing? We ain't getting no young. What are we doing? Okay, we're gonna go on to Ask Miss Nick. Y'all, again, we can go on and on and on, and this is Jesus. An hour and a half just don't be enough time. Okay, Mark, you gonna stay with for our Ask Miss Nick? You gonna chime in on our shit? Ask Miss Disclaimer, Mark. That are sent in by those looking for results, fun, and entertainment. The aim of these questions is to provide answers to those wanting a different perspective. Myself, Miss Nick, and the panel will chime in with our answers and solutions. Note, we are not therapists, counselors, or life coaches. So don't start talking about that.
Well, wait a minute. Sometimes I find myself. No.
Okay, so what's our first Ask Miss Nick question before we get out of here tonight? Done? Okay. We got, what's her name? Avina, 29, Houston, Texas. I work in the restaurant industry and the owner is 61 years old. She's 29 and married. He is funny, sexy, and a beast bed. Wow. What? I have been dating his son for about 4 months, who is 27 years old, but is not good in bed, but spoils me rotten to the core. Jesus. I don't know. I didn't know that they were related until he dropped by to visit his dad. Wow. What should I do? Follow that good dick or find the things in life?
Girl, go sit on somebody's couch.
Woo, she need to leave.
You got
both of them
gumbo
alone.
soup going on.
She need to leave
Okay,
both of
you
them
You
need to
sleeping
alone.
with the
leave it alone.
daddy.
Y'all
She
need to-
You dating the son, sleeping with the dad.
Yeah, but you're not even, y'all missing it. Why the fuck is she not being spoiled by the fucking dad? He married.
He married because he's not tricking off on her like that. The
But
wife,
he's
I mean,
Oh,
that's
okay.
they ain't no miss. That's
the
a
wife
given.
is watching the coins. He can't trick off the way the son.
No, he
trick off.
can't.
No,
He's a fucking owner.
he can trick off.
He can,
He can trick off. It's what he
she can
choosing.
pay. He can pay her more than he needs to be paying her. And write that shit off. There's ways to do it. And I'm not a cheater, but I'm just saying there's ways to do this.
There's
shit.
ways to do it.
He didn't watch Ozark. He don't know how
I'm
to
just
do
saying
that.
there's ways to do it.
I don't know.
61
I
and the dick is good at 61. Okay.
Well, what is she out for? Is she out for the spoiling and what the son do, or
I'm
are
saying.
you
She's
out
not-
for the sex?
But that's what I'm saying. She's not grown yet because if
So
she was
let me-
smart,
Yeah,
she could have all of that in one.
Yeah,
Let me say this, baby girl.
If I'm married, I'm not
Listen.
trying to lose my shit.
Listen,
yeah.
So I'm gonna
listen.
give you whatever you want.
It goes at this point because I know you ain't trying to be serious with neither one of them because you can't because you've been
You
fucking
can't
daddy
be.
and
You
son.
can't be.
That's a wrap. If you was even considering that shit, that's a wrap. You cannot. You can't. I don't give a fuck if daddy say he ain't gonna say shit. You can't. That's so now what do you want? Right?
Right.
If you want some good dick, keep fucking the good dick. If you want to be spoiled by the son and leave the daddy alone and go find you some.
No, she need to leave
that's-
both of their ass
that's not-
alone.
I have a
that's-
different
Because
perspective.
when
What's her
that
What's her name?
Avina,
Avina.
Neither one of these
She
motherfuckers-
can.
No, she
Avina,
can't.
get what you need from the dad. That nigga got the most to lose. Okay?
Oh my
Because she's
God.
doing the shit. We're not gonna stop her from doing the shit. Avina, get everything you can from the dad.
Young dick somewhere else.
Nah,
though.
but she
And
gonna
don't know,
get
this-
dick from him.
Why you gotta have a body count to get it? She already getting it from the dad. Here's
She
my
getting it from
motto:
the
date
dad.
them all. Fuck that shit. Live your best life, girl.
that
until
nigga
you
gonna have
tired.
a heart attack on top.
Nah,
but wait a
I
minute.
don't give a fuck. Live your best life until you
What
tired
you
of that
say, Mark?
shit.
Mark, what you say?
I mean, y'all missing the big picture here.
What's the big picture?
Son and dad is already talking, having a conversation.
They already know.
Whatever she's talking about, whatever she wants really doesn't.
Well,
Me and
I don't
Mark
know
saying the
that.
same
already
thing.
know-
So
already
get it from the dad.
Get the so okay. So what you saying is leave the son alone, get the good dick from the daddy, but lean on this nigga to start spending some money.
You should have been
'cause he-
doing that anyway.
You
The
should have been
son
doing that
should have never
anyway.
made it to the picture.
Okay.
That, you should have been
But
doing,
she didn't know
right.
they met. She didn't know that they
I
was
don't give a
related.
fuck. The nigga
She was
was-
out there
Right.
dating.
I'm sorry.
You-
He's the
you-
owner
you-
of a
you-
restaurant and he's
you
married.
Right.
And
You
I'm
right.
Yeah.
Fuck whoever else comes around.
Yeah.
You should be
Yeah,
getting it from that
absolutely.
nigga.
That's the
Absolutely.
game right there. That's the game.
Because
right
if
there.
you're not, then what he risks to
That's the
lose,
game
he
right
don't
there.
care about.
And the nigga, yeah, he you know, hey, I mean, he got
Come on.
That
That,
nigga
no, that,
married.
you, that is
So,
right.
wait.
He's married. He's a business owner. He got too much
Yeah.
fucking to lose. Fucking you.
Yeah,
That's
Get what you
right
can
there.
from the nigga.
right.
This is why it's a lot of women out here, man. And I'm sorry. They dumb. They fucking dumb.
Doing
Who
dumb
couldn't
shit.
figure that shit out? That's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I said, my thing is date them both.
You're right, though. You're right.
Date them both.
No.
Because here's the thing: she was dating him. She's out there dating
No.
anyway because
No.
he's
No.
married. So she's already out there
Just
dating and
like
didn't
he
know they
just
was
said.
together.
So
Fucking
what-
date them both.
Okay,
What's the purpose?
27
The daddy got
Because
the money
she's
and the
dating.
dick. Make the daddy spend the
What's
money.
purpose?
It don't
Hold on,
matter. So
because I need to hear this.
'cause here's
What
the
is
thing.
the purpose of fucking the son? A
'Cause the
legitimate
dick ain't
purpose.
good.
Because he there.
But the
ain't
dick is
good,
not
but the
good,
dick
so what's
ain't
the
good.
purpose?
Because he there.
Cause she gonna end up.
Right.
No. She's gonna end up leaving that she gonna end up leaving the youngin, the son,
She,
for that emotion.
she's not gonna be with either one of them in the
The
end.
dick is gonna
You're
sustain.
right.
She gonna
No,
end up.
she's not gonna be with either one of them in the
But probably,
end.
probably
She's
not.
dating.
Listen,
She's
we
dating.
know how it feels to get worked up and get some bad.
What?
That's a waste of fucking time.
Be like,
I'm not doing nothing. Once the dick is bad, I'm not doing none of this.
I'm a
I
ver-
concur with you on that. I concur 100% on that.
that. Just like P said.
So again, I said, what was the purpose?
But she made it
You
seem
never
like
told me the
she
purpose.
wanted both. Well, no, the purpose
Because she
is
said-
I'm going by what
No,
she
She
said.
just said she wants both.
Yeah.
Because
said
So if
she's-
she wants
She
both,
said she's
do
frustrated
both.
and confused.
She only
Because
wants
the
the
son
son
spent
because the son spends
The
money.
money. Yeah.
So
My
what
thing
B
is,
is
why is
saying,
he getting the money from the dad?
Yeah.
because the daddy got it.
He
Yeah.
got more to lose.
Yeah.
The son got the money because of the fucking dad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What he said is the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah,
You
that's
heard
true.
him? That's the answer, Vina. Leave the son alone. Fuck with the daddy. And the daddy, like what Mark said, the daddy know you fucking the son anyway, and he don't give a shit. So, hey, just listen. Yep, he right. Stick with the daddy and make that nigga start paying your ass. What's the next question? Next question. We did, but you summed that shit up. Tara, 38 in Anderson, Alabama. I started dating this handsome guy who is intriguing, mysterious, smart, and awesome in bed. Okay. The relationship is 10 months old until my aunt told me he was my second cousin. Even though he was adopted by a white family. Okay. I
Wow.
love him and he says he is okay with the relationship. Not Miss Vic. Tara is Miss Nick. I know. But you can't do that because y'all gonna have some. Well, she 38. She might not want no more babies. Okay, so how does that go if you don't want no more babies? Because the first thing I think about is it don't matter. It's incest. I be watching
Right.
House of Dragons and I be
about
like,
to say she married her
oh, they
uncle.
related, they cousins. But if you
That
don't
was
want
her
no more
fucking
babies, that's her uncle.
That's her uncle.
If you don't want no more babies, you already fucking this man.
No,
Dick is good.
that's your bloodline.
I just threw up a
That
little
is,
bit in
and
my
that's
mouth.
second
when I
bloodline.
read
That's
So
that.
that's
your
still
bloodline.
fifth.
It's not even.
It's not
third
even
or
the
fourth.
fourth. Right.
Like
That's your-
right
that's your
there.
bloodline.
Yeah. That's your
Ugh,
second.
I can't.
That ain't diluted enough.
Think
My-
about
That's
think about your first bloodline.
Where she
Hell
from? Where she
And
no.
then
from?
think about
Alabama?
your second.
Alabama.
That's why I threw up a little bit when
So
I
it's
was
now
reading
their
it. I threw up a little
kid,
bit in my mouth.
and it's
I
like-
can't.
Different.
I can't.
10 months. You've been fucking with this nigga for damn near a year.
Now, it's
I-
over.
my
You-
cutoff
now that
game
you
is
found
tight.
out.
You got feelings for this nigga.
My cutoff
No.
game is tight.
Ooh.
He said second don't count.
Shit.
Second count.
Where you from?
'Cause I'm-
Yeah, dude.
Don, are you serious? Don,
No, I'm not
second
serious.
count.
It
He's not
counts.
serious.
It counts.
My
I can't.
first.
And this is
I
And
why.
then
say,
their
no, you don't wanna
kids,
have
that's
no
Let me take it
babies.
to
This
an-
is why
let
I
me
told
take it to
y'all,
another
y'all
level.
need to know these
No.
niggas' background.
You need to
Let
know
me take
this
it to
nigga
another
background.
level. I got a cousin that's a cousin by marriage. Okay.
Mhm.
So his aunt married my uncle. So we grew up as cousins, but we're not biological cousins. But I can't fuck with him like that.
See,
Because we fucking cousins.
But the difference is you knew him as cousin initially.
Right.
Right.
She
Yeah,
knew
she didn't
him
know.
as this
She didn't
random
know.
nigga. That's
Yeah.
great.
I cannot.
So to the
They have a
daddies
lot
that's
in
out here
common.
making
I
these
can't.
babies that don't introduce y'all other kids to all the
That's
other
why.
kids.
Listen, let me tell y'all something.
I can't.
That's why I be telling motherfuckers, listen, you need to ask questions, baby. You need
Got
to know
to
the
ask.
family. You need to know these things. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga start asking me too many questions, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
It's a way to
But you
ask
need to
them.
know all that. But you do need to know this information because then you have shit like this where you fucking your cousin.
Oof.
What's her
That's
name?
rough.
Miss Tyra? Miss Vic? Sever
Leave 'em
the
alone.
relationship. That's
Let
that's
it
your
go.
second
Let it
cousin.
go.
It's a lot of single men that's still out here. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
the dating pool got a lot of piss in it.
Doodoo,
However, it's still a
COVID,
lot.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, we got another one. London, 53,
All right,
43
from Illinois.
from Illinois. My girlfriend and I have been living together for 8 years, but I want to get married. She says we're already married, common law, which won't work for me. Should I move on because there are some attractive women at my church that I got?
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
Ooh,
That's a lot to unpack.
yeah, it
right there.
is.
She said
I'm curious as to know. Seeing he go to church, right? So I'm assuming
Run it
his
back
reason,
one more time, Don. Thank you.
I'm assuming his reasoning for wanting to get married is like
Because
for
he
the
loves
sake of
her.
no. Well, he's religious. It appears, and so
That-
she's like, "Fuck that shit.
I don't see that.
We damn near married any motherfucking way. We doing
Is it-
everything. It's a piece of paper.
Well, shit,
You know,
at
it's a lot
8
of
years,
people
what's the
out here.
purpose?
It's a lot of people, but Yeah.
At
but
8 years, what's the point?
It is
Legal.
Wow, illegal point.
legal.
That's what it
Exactly.
really boils down to. Pete.
Okay.
Legal. And a lot of y'all men, it take y'all this fucking long to realize y'all
They're
want to
going-
be
yeah.
fucking way.
It shouldn't.
It don't.
It should.
And it
It's not.
But it
shouldn't.
seems like
Yeah,
it
see,
does.
And it shouldn't.
what
It
Mark said
shouldn't.
earlier,
What's
I'm
that?
telling you, it don't.
I'm agreeing with you. We're saying the
No,
same
what you're
thing.
saying, it shouldn't.
It should not, and it don't. I agree. And we're on the same
So what you do
page.
shouldn't. Because I'm telling you, it don't.
Okay.
Shouldn't implies that you don't believe me.
No. Shouldn't
Right or
applies
wrong?
that. Shouldn't applies that it goes longer, and it shouldn't. That it should be
And
shorter.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you that it
Okay.
doesn't.
Well, come on, Pete. Shit, I ain't gonna argue with you.
Okay, so he wants to get married, she doesn't, which is very. I can't even say that it's odd these days, right? Because there's a lot of women that don't want to get married. But here's my thing: life is too fucking short, and if you want a wife, and she doesn't want to be that wife, and I know it's been 8 years that y'all have invested, you and I don't want to say. I don't want to blame you, but you should have had this conversation long before
Unless you
now.
just decided-
How old was he again? 43? Yeah. Fuck that shit. You playing. You wasting time.
that's
We
what
ain't
I'm
got
saying.
time like that no more.
He's probably just coming in too.
No,
Not
8
after
years, he
years.
43. You was
No, the fact
over
that
35.
She said that she was that a fact that
We're already
they wants to
married.
be married, that she's wanting. So it's like, well, okay, I know we've been playing house for 8 years. However, at this point in time, I want to do this legally, and I want us to be
Because
officially
life
married.
is too.
Yeah, why?
Because life is too short.
That's not an answer.
No,
Why?
that is an answer.
That's
That
not
is.
an
Let me
answer.
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
That's not
One
an answer
thing
that
I
works.
said-
From his perspective, he may want to say, well, you know what, this is the person we've been 8 years, we've been through a lot.
They've
Whatever
invested.
their
They
dynamic
might have a house. They
expectation.
might have
Wow.
assets and
What is
shit.
that expectation?
whatever that is
Mm-mm.
for him,
Exactly.
he's saying that
So,
this
I'm
is
not
the
expecting
person
you to
that
give it to me.
no, I'm just and I'm
Yeah.
going off
Yeah,
you saying
yeah.
why, so I'm just giving
Right.
scenarios as to why he's probably at this
Why he
point.
wanted.
He got to tell her that.
Absolutely, he should.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
that he has, right? And she said, "Fuck that shit."
Well,
Right, we already married.
London,
Nah.
if you haven't told her
Nah.
why, tell her why.
That's my word. She said, "Fuck."
Well,
that
now
shit.
he has to come back and break it down to her because she said that we're already married. We're common law. We've been
In
here
her
8
mind,
years.
that's how she
And
feels.
it depends on in the state. I don't even think that's common law. She might feel that way, but in the
Not
state
in
of Illinois, I
Illinois.
think it actually have to
Right,
be 10 years.
right,
But I
right.
don't even think they even recognize that.
And not in Illinois. Now Texas
Now that-
is a different story.
Right down in the South, it
It's
might
24 hours, baby.
What
Let
you
him
say,
send his
Mark?
cell phone bill to your house.
It'll come out.
You said you was muffled. What'd you say?
All you gotta do is stop paying the bills and then she'll make this.
Wow.
Wow.
This shit
Wow.
was whether she
Mark,
wanted
I'm
to
not
shit.
liking that.
That's a
No.
no.
What if
But
she's
I'm-
the breadwinner?
But
Right.
right. And that's probably why she doesn't want to do it. And that's probably okay. I ain't gonna say that. I
Yeah, I
ain't gonna
got
say that. I
too
ain't gonna say
many
that. I
It
ain't
could
gonna
be
say
a
that.
whole
I ain't gonna say
scenario.
that.
He needs
All
to get to
I'm
the
gonna
root of
say
the problem
is
of why
this
she
is what
doesn't
I'm going
want
to say. You are 43
explain.
years old. Life is short. If you want to be married and she doesn't, that may be your sign that it's time to move forward.
Right.
Ain't no time to be playing games. I ain't giving a nigga 8 years and then be like, no, fuck that shit. What we doing? If we ain't doing, if that's where I want to be at, and you don't, that's cool.
Right.
That's your
Absolutely.
decision.
I'm not mad.
Let time for me to move
Exactly
forward.
what you're saying.
Absolutely.
That's what people need to understand. It's okay to end this.
It's okay. It's gonna hurt.
It's-
But it's okay.
It may or
If
may
that's
not.
what you want,
If we both understand this shit need to end, it ain't
Right.
gonna really hurt.
Right.
you right.
We was
You
just
sure
holding each
right.
other up.
You
Right.
sure right. Sometimes we just
You
sit
know what
around,
I'm saying?
and it might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
totally
It
in
might be a
agreement with
motherfucker.
that.
She might be motherfucking saving your ass for some bullshit. So hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't leave that shit alone. That motherfucker don't want to get married. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Move on.
Right.
Now beware them church girls. Now just because they go to church
Just 'cause
don't
they
mean
go to
they ain't
church,
in
they
motherfucking
just-
Lucifer was an angel too.
They-
goddamn
be
it.
careful of
I
that.
know what he was.
But
I
all
know
I-
what the pastor's daughter was.
See what
all,
I'm saying?
So,
See what I'm saying?
all I'm saying is, if this is what you want, you are not a spring chicken. And I ain't saying you old because I'm older than you, but fuck that shit. I'm gonna put that shit on the shirt. You told me I'm gonna put that shit. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Absolutely.
Life is too short. If that's what you want, go get what you
No,
want.
he just need to be clear in saying why he wanted.
Yeah, I agree with you with that.
Yeah.
So now we got a segment, a Throwback Thursday segment. I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. We're gonna reflect back. Even Mark, you gonna participate in our Throwback Thursday?
Sure.
Okay, Mark, where you from again?
Oh, Memphis.
Are you really? Okay. So the third, no, actually, the question is, what was the best soul food restaurant in your city back in the day? What you gonna say? You from out west? Both of y'all from out west.
But let me tell you about some damn Army and Lou's out south.
Army and Lou's. Where is that at?
Right.
Girl, I just remember as a kid, my parents took us there.
Yeah.
It was Army and Lou's. You walked in, it was a little small cut, but they had the best damn food.
Okay.
Air fucked in.
Yeah.
Everything was off chain.
What's yours, Shavera?
Well, coming up, I didn't eat a lot of stuff.
Soul food.
If it didn't look right,
she don't give me no problem when we first started hanging out. She understood when I don't eat certain shit.
Yeah.
And she be like, Nick, I already know.
Yeah. So I really did not start to experience soul food or eating out.
Yeah.
The thing is called soul food. So 2 restaurants come to mind. They still in play. One is MacArthur's on the west side.
Yes, love
and
that.
then the other one is Priscilla's, which now have, I think, a couple. One is in the west suburbs and one is on the south side. So those 2 restaurants resonate like right now. But other than that, it was grandma and her food was good. And if if that wasn't right, if it didn't look right, I didn't have to eat it. My mom didn't make me eat it. So I didn't have a vast, palate.
Like, what is that shit? No. Yeah. What about you, P? He from New York. So we're gonna be talking about a spot in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what people would know would be Sylvia's before she turned.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Before it was commercialized and all
that.
That'll be your sofa spots. But I was in in Queens, like a Trinidadian area. So I can't remember the name of the Jamaican restaurant, but I remember every day going to get the beef patties, cocoa bread. Man. You know what I'm saying? That was the shit that
I go for a beef patty right now.
I eat a beef patty. I eat a beef patty.
Yeah.
Before you got home.
Yeah.
To get the meal like you was talking
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
afternoon snack.
Going down south, my grandma was just always
Yeah. What about you, Mark? In Memphis.
I didn't go to soul food places. I came to I went to Dallas.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Memphis?
Yeah, soul food was probably in the house.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
For real.
Most of us,
right.
I think in our demographic,
You're right.
probably was at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, what mine was, I can't even remember the name of the spot. It was on Stony Island. Queen of the Sea, I think it was.
Yes, that's my second one.
Yeah.
If Army and Lou's was close, we went there.
I
think so.
Like that. Yeah.
It's 87.
So
Are they still in play? They gone, right?
I don't know. It's been I've been in Texas for 19 fucking years.
I was gonna say 10 years, but okay, yeah.
Okay. I was about to go to our. Okay, what was the best club in your city back in the day? Funny story. Let me tell you something. So me and Rivera met because we worked together. So we trying to be professional and shit at work. She was on the other side and shit. But every time I go out, I see her out. I say, shit, we like the same shit.
Hey, friend.
And then we be like, girl, that motherfucker was cracking.
Remember we went to Jackson?
Girl, let me tell you something. We was like, girl, what? And that's how we became friends. True story. But baby,
yes,
Shell, you go first.
Man, it's. I can't just pick one because it was like
give us your top. Give us at least 2.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Your top 2.
Okay, I
Yeah,
gotta
we-
say it was Chick Rick's
I was
back in
just
the
gonna say-
day.
I knew she was gonna say
Michigan
Chick Rick's.
Avenue. Cause on Wednesday night we started at
But
Chick Rick's and we moved
So
around.
there was Chick Rick's right over by
down on
Cotton
Michigan
Club,
Cotton
right.
Club.
Then there was
Was-
Mr. Ricky's.
The click. Let's not
The
forget
click.
that damn
That's what
click.
that's what I'm saying. On
Then
Wednesday
there was
night,
Clue.
Then it went to
It went
E2.
to- so but
Legends.
oh girl on North Avenue.
What?
Baby.
That's where I know your ass from,
We had the warehouse when we
baby.
was growing up. Yeah, the warehouse.
The warehouse.
Man,
Um,
my
What
place.
shit on Madison though that I never
Ooh,
fucking
the
made it to.
the
Rose.
factory. The Rose.
No, the fact we had the
The
factory.
factory.
The Chateau.
Rose, The Rose. The
Rose.
Chateau.
Mr. Lee Chateau.
Mr. Lee
God
Chateau.
damn it,
Baby, let
dog.
me tell you something. When I
Woo!
got to Dallas, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yes.
Because we went out.
We
Like
partied.
I
We
said,
partied.
Thursday nights was
Every
the
day
lit.
of the week there was something to do. And I'll never
Yes.
forget one of my co-workers was like, so you like Dallas better than Chicago? Hell fucking no.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I mean,
wow.
oh, Dallas.
Niggas
no.
always something to do in Chicago.
Yes.
Dallas has come up. I give them that because we
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
go out. I be like, no,
Tired,
I'm
you know,
sleepy.
staying
They be
in.
like, it's Tuesday. We no,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sleepy.
Taco Tuesday. What
Yeah.
the, when the fuck did this become
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah.
Y'all
Um,
had some shit. I wanted to
had
go to
some
New
shit.
York
Yeah.
and do this
But-
open till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
That's
They were like
the
Chicago.
tunnel.
They were like a
Yeah.
Chicago's a mini New York,
Tunnel was
basically.
probably
The
the
tunnel.
It was
livest
something
shit.
else though. It was something else
that
that I
we
had
had.
heard about that I want. I was like, I gotta go to New York and party there. Shit.
Well, the tunnel had a few names. I know at first it was called the Mecca.
I used to hear. I hear that from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
the tunnel. And then in Queens you had Manhattan proper.
Yeah.
You got SOs in the city, so SOBs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
you just go and you just.
I used to be like, I got to go to New York and
Yeah.
party. I just
One of the
wanna go
things that
out.
takes me back to
But I would
about the
say,
college days.
before I let you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
I would probably say the most popular spot was probably the rink in Jersey.
Really
The skate
in
rink.
Jersey.
Yeah, we called it the rink.
We had it. We
Okay.
had
Man, you
so
go-
they
yeah.
skate in Jersey too. They skate
What?
over there because you
Yeah.
know they we had our skating.
Man,
The
because-
rainbow and the rink.
Baby, listen, I was outside when I was fucking 12.
Yeah.
That's why I be telling people, nigga, I ain't new to this shit. I've been
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
I've been outside,
for
Outside
a long time.
I know. fucking-
Let me tell you about Grand 7 on Madison and
Come on.
Madison and Laramie.
What was the spot in your at your hometown?
Club No Name.
Is that the name of the shit?
No name.
Yeah, No Name.
And it was popping.
Uh,
In Memphis. So you know what I done thought about, right? Whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick.
Get 'em.
Because that was Memphis, right? Wasn't that Memphis?
yeah, that's not the Club No Name. And if you ask anybody in Memphis or from Memphis that heard Club No Name, then yeah.
Club No Name.
Wow.
Okay.
We done had some fun, man. I tell you, I swear to
Man,
God.
What?
Man.
They don't know how to have fun now.
Back in
At
the
all.
day. Oof.
What was the best park to hang out on a Sunday in the summertime in your city? So
Best
we,
park?
for us, Chicagoans, I don't know about you, it may not
I ain't do
necessarily be a
parks like
park.
that.
Mhm.
I had a park.
You had a park? Because we didn't
We-
really do too much at the park.
I grew up in the fucking park. LaFolic Park. Like
LaFolic.
I'm West Side, straight up.
I
LaFolic
know
Park
about Violet.
or Columbus Park.
I know
Okay.
Them
about
my two
Columbus.
parks. Like
Yeah.
I was in the pool all the damn
Yeah.
time. Basketball court. They even had a tennis court, but we really didn't do that too much.
Yeah,
They had a track. I was at the park. Like we
Yeah.
was outside.
yeah.
We did shit.
Toki,
Yeah.
was you at a park?
Well, I stayed across from the elementary school that I went to, and
Mr.
that
G's, I'm sorry.
my oh yeah, Mr. Cheese.
Ooh, yes.
Um, that my mom or uncles and all that went to. So we had a schoolyard. So we would have basketball tournaments
Mm-hmm.
on the block that I lived at, and they would be across the neighborhood. So what have or the blocks.
Mhm.
And so between Melody School and Delano and the people from Sumner across the bridge, we were like kind of bouncing that triangle, and our block stayed lit.
Mm.
I was literally right across from the schoolyard.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as I came up, that was the place to
Yeah,
be during
yeah,
the summer.
yeah, yeah.
Like fun
yeah.
was truly fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about you, P?
I mean, we ain't have parks like that. We
Yeah,
had
that's why I
like
say
a
summer.
Mighty Bell Park, but it was mostly just your block.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
ours
block.
block.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
your block. I
okay.
mean, your block was
Yeah.
that block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our block used to be that block.
Yeah. It would sit on the motherfucking porch.
Yeah.
All
Girl,
day.
my front porch
Son,
was
come
the
on.
hangout.
Like they say, had neighbors calling the police. Shit, bitch, go to sleep.
Yeah.
We
Nah.
outside.
And then then the difference between that is the blocks were families because they had
Exactly.
more kids. So everybody, it was the Johnsons, the Barnes,
Exactly.
the Funches,
We
Yeah.
actually had a
and so
block
it
club.
was
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah.
little square
Yeah.
block club.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Hirsch, Laramie,
Yeah.
Potomac,
Yeah.
and Lockwood.
Division.
That's that little square block club.
Yeah.
We rode that shit.
What about you, Mark?
Martin Luther King.
So was that a park or that was a street?
No, that was a park.
Okay. Everybody was out there. For me, it was the lakefront.
Ah.
The lakefront, baby. We was on that motherfucking lakefront, perfect
Man.
breeze,
What?
drinking, doing shit we
31st
ain't got no
Beach?
business doing.
Baby,
Buckingham Fountain.
man.
The lakefront. That's why I say for us, it may not necessarily be a park, but yeah.
Last one.
All right, last one. When you were in your 20s, which of your girlfriends or boyfriend hit on you but never told her? Huh? Wait, which one of your girlfriend's boyfriend hit on you but never told her? Or did you tell her? And for you, it's gonna be vice versa.
Never happened. And if it did, I'm telling
right.
because that's a violation.
Yeah. I got a horror story with mine.
Perfect lie.
No, I got a horror story.
No,
I motherfucker did.
Just they know I ain't that
For
one.
me. And it ended up in fighting and police breaking my nose and all kind of shit. West side. That's what I stayed out on the motherfucking west side.
Don't blame it on the west side.
That west side was not good.
Don't blame it on the west side.
Don't blame it on the west side, nigga. Don't blame it on the west side. No.
No, yeah.
I never had it.
I plead the fifth on this.
We are not in the
However,
court of
I
law.
will say that I did tell because this was a true friend, and those were not the lines that I was going to cross.
Yeah.
Right.
Negro, this is not that.
Right.
Absolutely.
But I won't go on to say about the details of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
nigga, this ain't that.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even. You ain't my type. I like Mrs. Money.
Yeah,
It's a crime.
She said money.
Wait,
you
she said
good.
it's a crime.
She said money.
You
See,
good.
did you have a
Yeah.
girl? Women were that bold back.
Women are still that bold right now.
Oh, I know they bold than a motherfucker
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now. But
Everybody
I mean,
should download the clip.
Yeah.
Really?
And you running by, yo.
Cause you know what,
So-
I'm gonna tell you
And if you
this.
say, nah, that ain't me like that, then I might hit just a hit.
As Jerry
Because
said,
now in our mind, being young,
Yeah.
we about to treat you like you ain't shit.
that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. So that's what, as Jerry say, them rats did not
Yeah.
just appear.
Nah, the
They've
rats
been out
been
there.
there.
They've been out there. So I
Yeah.
can dig it.
The rats we see now are descendants of the rats back then.
He said descendants of the rats.
Oh,
Wow.
no. They just grown rats. Now.
They got
big
rats. They got
No.
lineage.
They were birthed.
Oh my God, Pete.
Wow. I cannot.
Mark,
Yeah.
who did you have a scenario where your friend's girlfriend she came at you?
Oh yes, that happened. Then she came back to my place, and the girlfriend came over. She saw it. She went in her room, started crying. The girlfriend went out there, tried to cheer her up. Next thing you know, we having a threesome.
Oh,
So,
damn.
Mark
Okay.
one.
Because she threw me when she started crying. She didn't beat her ass.
Well,
Like,
okay, Mom.
I'm
Got
not one to
some
throw
methods.
blows, but I'm not walking in on some shit.
Hey, whoop that tree,
Right.
Baby.
Whoop that tree.
Get them.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't have been me. I've been on first 48. Better yet, I wouldn't even been on 488. First 48. I'd
Right,
just chuck
yeah.
deuces.
Yeah.
I'd have chucked deuces.
Yeah, that's
and
the
been
way.
out.
Mr. Checkmate is
That's
on
how you
the
close
line,
that
Yeah.
baby.
segment.
Okay.
That's how you close that segment.
No, we ain't doing none of that.
None.
None of that. We're
None.
not crying. We're not doing no fucking threesomes.
She gonna be
We
crying.
might fight.
Might.
We might fight.
It depends on how fucked up my day was at work. And even then, But not only that,
No,
it's
it
not
ain't no
gonna be
mind.
about her. It's gonna be about how fucked up my day was
Yeah.
at work, and I'm already feeling stressed.
Not if you
And I
supposed to be my friend.
No, because my cutoff game is tough. I'm not gonna give it that energy. But if I had a bad day at work and I'm feeling stressed, I'm gonna take it out. I was
not even in my
other
20s.
factor.
I was cool living in my 20s.
Sometimes motherfuckers be thinking they stealing your man when you really taking this headache off my motherfucking shoulders. Thank you.
Well,
motherfucker.
Hey.
Your turn. Don't try to send that nigga back. No, motherfucker.
No return to sender.
You got him. Take that nigga. Thank you. Please tell that motherfucker stop
waiting to
calling
cut
me.
this shit
Jesus,
off
thank
anyway.
But in your 20s now.
Yes, in your 20s.
My cutoff game was
But
tight in my
more-
20s.
more
niggas,
so in your 20s.
More so, because I was a motherfucker in my 20s.
My shit was tough and coming out of
I
grammar
just
school
got
and the
nice.
high school.
I
Shit,
just
no,
got nice.
cutoff
I
game
was a
tight.
motherfucker in my 20s. Okay, let me, because
Yeah.
woo, better start telling on myself.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a party to attend. Chicago is in the motherfucking building.
Woo, woo.
Y'all don't understand. I love my hometown. I love my people. We party like none other. And now we are at home. See the difference in now when I go home, it's so much shit going on at home. I can't party and let my hair down because I steady gotta be looking around and shit. If a nigga looking like he up to something. But we in Dallas.
Hey.
Let me tell you something. I got a pack of BC powder that's gonna last me tonight. I'm off tomorrow. I'm gonna go home, go get my other BC powder because I'm finna go. My legs and shit gonna be sore tomorrow.
Now see, y'all stuck on the
listen.
BC. I love the Tylenol.
Y'all see, I got my Jordans on today. Normally I'll be trying to
All
go
black?
outside in some heels and shit. I got on my all black. I had
Hey.
I'm trying to. I don't want to hurt myself too bad tonight. So that's why I had to put my gym shoes on so I can get my dance on. Hopefully my knee gonna act right. This left knee be acting a fool sometimes, reminding me that I'm 47. But we finna go party. So if y'all watching and you in Dallas, come over to the Rockwood tonight.
All right.
Just make sure you get on my page because I got the whole lineup on my page of where we at all weekend. And this is literally where the fuck we finna be at.
Yeah.
And I love y'all. I will see y'all next week. And y'all pray for me because, you know, I don't want to hurt myself this weekend.
Team no sleep.
Motherfucking party. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Woo-woo. Mark.